You ever feel like you're just full of potential, but maybe no one seems to notice? Well, today we're going to change that. We're not just talking about career growth, we're talking about unlocking the talent you already have, especially if you're in a demanding field like hospitality.
So let's just get real for a second. How well do you actually know yourself? And I don't mean this stuff on your resume or your GPA. I'm talking about the raw talent you bring to the table. You know, the things you do so naturally you don't even realize they're special. Because that's where your true power lies, and that's exactly what we're going to tap into today.
And here's the thing I've learned from years of working with people just like you. You don't have a talent problem, you have a recognition problem. The talent is already there, I promise you. It's just kind of buried under a little self-doubt and maybe a lack of awareness. So our job today, it's to dig it up.
So how do we even start recognizing this hidden talent? Well, we're going to use a really simple framework. Think of your talent like a three-legged stool. If one leg is wobbly, you're not going to be very stable. These three legs are the pillars of your professional strength.
First up, we've got abilities. Now, these are your superpowers. These are the things that just come so naturally to you, you barely even notice them. Like, are you the friend everyone goes to for advice because you're just a great listener? Or maybe you're the one who keeps a cool head when everything is falling apart. That's not just a personality quirk, my friend. That is a professional asset.
Next, we have skills. Okay, so these aren't your superpowers. They're your hard-earned tools. Think of all the things you've learned to do through training and practice, like mastering a new software or, de-escalating a tense situation with a customer. And here's the key. Skills don't just grow in a vacuum. You've got to use them or you lose them.
And finally, we have competencies. This is where the magic really happens. Look, it's one thing to have the ability to stay calm and the skill to handle a complaint, but can you put them both together under pressure and deliver a great experience every single time? That right there, that's competency. It's your talent in action.
So let's be absolutely clear. Talent isn't something you're just born with. It's something you build. It's this awesome combination of your natural gifts, your hard-earned skills, and your consistent performance. And you know what the good news is? You're in control of all three.
Okay, so we have our framework. Now it's time to get practical. How do you actually figure out where you stand on each of these pillars? Well, that's where an honest self-assessment comes in. Now, this isn't about being hard on yourself, it's about being real with yourself, so you can start making some real progress. Here's a simple 4-step process. First, just be honest with yourself. What are you great at, and what makes you sweat a little? Second, get some outside perspective. Go ask your boss, your coworkers, even your friends. If you keep hearing the same thing, there's probably some truth to it. Third, measure yourself against the pros. What are the best people in your field doing that you're not? And finally, don't forget those 3 pillars. A great attitude can't make up for a lack of skills, and vice versa.
So you've done the work. You've identified your abilities, your skills, and your competencies. You've even gotten some feedback. Now what? Well, this is where the real growth begins, because now you know exactly what you need to work on and what you can totally lean into.
And here's a little hard truth about the hospitality industry, and honestly, most industries. Your boss isn't going to promote you based on your potential. They're going to promote you based on your performance. They need to know that you can deliver day in and day out. That's what gets you ahead.
So if consistent performance is the name of the game, how do you get there? What can you start doing right now, today, to build that proven competency? Let's break it down.
The good news is you don't need to reinvent the wheel. These are simple daily habits that will make a huge difference. Be a sponge. Watch, listen, and learn from the people around you. Ask for feedback, even when it's hard to hear, and treat every single interaction as an opportunity to practice and get better. And maybe most importantly, bring a great attitude. People are so much more likely to help you if they actually like you.
So, we're back where we started. How well do you know yourself? Because at the end of the day, success isn't about becoming someone you're not. It's about becoming more of who you already are. And once you really tap into that, there's absolutely no limit to what you can achieve.